Hey, what's up, my fellow Szkull-O-Maniacs? J Fisk here. I was trying to do a live video, but I couldn't do it because I didn't have enough subscribers and my channel is not verified and all that. I looked into the requirements, which is some bullshit, but whatever. I'll get to 1,000 subscribers someday, hopefully. Um, this is gonna be our first Q&A, but we did it with Szkull-O's twist. Instead of asking the public and all that questions about us and all that, we decided to have each other ask each other questions. So I have 10 questions from Mr. Castle and 7 from Baby Rose because she did not know what else to ask me to make 10. So we'll just go from there. So, but some announcements before we do that. The Szkull-O's actually have an official TikTok account. Baby Rose is in charge of that, so make sure you guys look into that, follow, subscribe to them and all that. Right now, Mr. Castle hasn't done any videos because he's having trouble getting motivated because this whole pandemic, and then him actually having the virus and all that really bothered him enough to keep him on the down low for now. But he's getting better and he's resurfacing, so it's good, so he'll be making videos for everybody shortly. Baby Rose hasn't done any videos either, is because she's working 2 jobs, trying to support her baby, trying to be the best mom she could be. So yeah, so make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. We'll be working on other social medias as well as soon as we get more handle of this, so bear with us. Okay, my first questions are going to be from Mr. Castle. Tell you the truth, some of these questions I thought they were going to be like some weird shit, judging because since we're friends I thought they might ask some weird shit, but no, they surprised me. They actually asked me some real deep shit to think into, So, question 1 from Mr. Castle. Trump or Biden? Don't get me wrong, Trump was a good president for business, but for other things, yeah, I don't know. Biden, I don't know all that well because, I don't really get into politics, so it's kind of hard for me to answer that. But if I had to vote, I would vote for Biden, most likely. Let's see. That's enough for politics. I'm good. Anyway, let's see. Thoughts of Black Lives Matter. Well, tell you guys the truth, I love all kinds, black, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Mexican, Salvadorian, whatever, every color under the sun. But Black Lives Matter, this all happened, I blame mostly the government for that because we were all doing just fine until one white cop decided to do something stupid to kill this innocent black man. It's sad, to tell you the truth. I was pretty upset how it was handled, but the social media blew that way out of proportion. I thought the riots were real stupid too, and all that, because it didn't have to go that far at all. Especially that I've been looking at some of the videos of the riots, and some of the people don't even look like they wanted to do it. But then you have some hardcore rioters that were in there that were fighting, trying to hurt each other, stab each other, shoot each other, whatever the case may be, which isn't really cool at all. And that was all terrible. That was blown way out of proportion. And then people saying Black Lives Matter. Okay, yes, we understand, but don't forget all lives matter no matter what. There were white slaves back then, believe it or not. Okay, black slaves, there was Puerto Rican slaves, there was all types of slaves back in the day. All of our ancestors been through some form of slavery at one point or another. So my thoughts on Black Lives Matter is that, okay, You guys could do that, you know. Do a nice protest. Like here in Reading, PA, we had a protest and it went by just fine. You know, nobody got hurt, nobody didn't get physical or anything. Cops weren't really involved. Like they were just standing in a line and that was it. But I see how in other places, like in Philadelphia, it was pretty bad. It got violent over there, and especially Minneapolis. That was even worse. That's crazy. I would never have seen, even think of that town being that way, you know? And it's just crazy. And then people dying through riots and all that. It's crazy. It's terrible. Like, I don't support that at all. If you're gonna protest, do it nicely. You know, don't get physical. Okay, don't just push your ideals on somebody else like that. Because everybody else has a different way of doing it. Like some people are doing this Black Lives Matter and protesting because they believe that's, you know, still people are feeling that type of way. Okay, that's fine, but don't get physical about it. You know, let your voice be heard. Don't just start rioting, doing bad stuff like that. No, that's not how you get stuff done. So that's my thoughts of Black Lives Matter. All right, question 3 from Mr. Castle is love or money? Well, I don't know, because most of the time this world runs by money. You know, everything is money this, money that, money this, money that, and it's annoying, you know. Me, I'm all about love mostly, all right? Money I could get, which, you know, working, you know. There's some people that value money more than love, you know. But no amount of money will ever make you, like, truly happy. And that's my thoughts on that, because, you know, money's everything here. That's what people made it seem. Like, yeah, I understand, yes, you need money for Uber, money for food, you know, all that. But if it had to come down to two, I'd rather have love. Because love is one of the best feelings in the world, man. That could turn your whole mood around in one day. Seriously. Like, you have no idea. Like, you know what it is that you had a rough day from work or from wherever you were at. You come home to your husband, wife, or whatever the hell the case may be, and they just show you love right off the door, support you, and all that. Do whatever they can to help, you know. Especially like when money's tight, as long as you are able to pay your rent, get the necessary essentials that you need to live, you'll be fine. You don't have to be fucking rich or all that. Like, everybody has that dream to be rich, you know. And being rich isn't all that great, because I've seen rich people be sad because of that. And most of these rich people are single because they really can't trust anybody, because all that person will want is their money, which is very sad, because, you know, they won't ever know the true value of love, because somebody's gonna be like that. Like, it'll be 1 in a million when they actually run into somebody when, you know, that won't take advantage of their money. And it's usually the ghetto, like, not, I can't say just ghetto, but it's always usually a low class person that's like that you will always find. It's weird. It's like, you know, you suspect it to be like more the mid class and all that. No, it's actually a low class that will actually be the ones to be like that. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, there'll be some middle class women or men that will go for that. You know, so yeah, money can't buy you love. You know, like, yeah, you could get money to have some, you know, get it on with some, you know, prostitute, male prostitute or whatever the hell, and okay, but you'll never feel love with just money by yourself. No. I value love more than money. As long as I'm able to provide for my child, keep a roof over my head and all that, I'm fine. I don't need that much money. Let's see. Question 4 from Mr. Castle. Handling the pandemic. Well, I say that I'm kind of handling it just fine, because, you know, I always have my mask on whenever I go outside, you know, that. Only when I'm around people, mostly, because if I'm just in an open area where there's nobody or anything like that, I have my mask, like, under my chin and all that. Yeah, but other than that, it's not that bad. You know, I'm making sure my son stays healthy as well. I keep him in the house most of the time and all that. But if I need to go somewhere, he comes with me, obviously. You know, stuff like that. I'm keeping like my exercises up. As you can see, I kind of shrunk a little bit. All right, and got a little bit bigger with muscle. Um, yeah, right now I'm doing just fine. I'm just chilled out at my house. You know, the only thing that sucks is that my job cut hours. So I'm only getting 6 hours a day. You know, for 5 days. So I'm only pulling like 30 or even sometimes less because the amount of work that's there. You know, so it kind of sucks. Question number 5: strangest event that happened in my life. I would say the strangest event would be one day when I slept at my dad's house, and it was me and my oldest brother. We were sleeping. He was sleeping on the couch. I was sleeping on the floor. I don't know. I like the floor. You know, it straightens out your back and all that. But I remember one day we were downstairs. We were chilling. I forgot what we were doing. We were watching TV or playing video games. But it was one of the two. But we were both laying down. You know, we were all laying down, chilling. And me and my oldest brother, we like dozed off. You know, and when my dad saw that, he started going up the steps. So I don't know what it was, but as soon as me and my brother opened our eyes and we looked at the steps, we seen a little girl walking behind my dad, wearing white. And literally, we both freaked the fuck out. My brother literally jumped right off the fucking couch. You know, and we were just like, yo, the fuck is that? Did you see that? And yeah, I seen that too. So we went and asked my dad, and he said, yeah, as a kid, when I was younger, I played with the Ouija board, which, I would not fuck with those. And he said ever since then, some weird shit started happening, and that he sees like a little girl following him everywhere. And I remember one time too that I think it was the same day that my stepmom at the time was in the room, and you know when you're laying on your back or whatever the hell, and your legs are like wide open with your knees bent, and you have that big gap, and the blanket's like tensed out. Well, my stepmom that night, she went to lay down next to my dad and all that, but out of nowhere she seen that that gap went down, and my dad didn't close his legs. So my dad was like, "Whoa, yo, that's scary." Like, yeah, and he would talk to this little girl, which is, you know, kind of weird, but you know, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, and then few moments later, the blankets shot right off the bed. My stepmom got freaked out. She left the room and she slept with my little brother in his room. I was like, wow, that's some crazy shit. Like, we heard a scream. Me and my brother ran up the steps fast as hell, and we were just like, what the fuck was that? And my dad told us what happened, and we were just like, whoa, dumbfounded. Whew, craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. I don't know why the hell he did that. Question number 6. Celebrity crush. I think me and Mr. Castle probably have the same celebrity crush. And I think it will have to be Mia Khalifa. Some of you may know her, some of you may not. If anybody needs to know her, she used to be a porn star artist, one of the most viewed and all that. Some people call her Princess Jasmine, the Arabian princess, or whatever the hell the case may be. But she was a real big celebrity in the porn star industry. But now I'm happy for her now because she's even doing better. She's not even in that no more. Now she does stuff with sports, modeling, cooking, and all that. And she's engaged to her fiance Robert, which is great, man. You don't see that type of shit. So yeah, go Mia Khalifa. But yeah. So question 7 for Mr. Castle. 5-year goal. In 5 years, I will at least like to try to become the strongest man in the world and start going into the strongest man competitions. I already set my goals up high. And I'm gonna be coming for Eddie Hall because right now he's the strongest man in the world right now, and I'm gonna try to see if I could beat his record. Wildest experience. Question 8. I will have to say my wildest experience will be that when me and my dad, we were off, I believe, in Burrsboro, and he had a Ford Explorer that didn't want to work. Like, we were driving around, but then out of nowhere it just stopped. And it stopped like in the middle of the forest. I was like, oh shit, we're fucked. And, you know, we didn't have no cell service where we were at. So, we were just sitting there for a bit and all that. And we were just thinking of ways of how to do it. So my dad said, oh, the highway's up there. We could get help. But I won't be able to move the car because it won't turn on. And I'm not strong enough to do it no more. So, mind you, my dad had a Ford Explorer, and these fucking things are heavy. So, I literally pushed this Ford Explorer up a hill of grass and all that just to get it onto the highway, just to get it on the highway. My dad looked at me dumbfounded like, holy shit, I can't believe you actually did that. Do you know how much this fucking SUV weighs and you push it like it was just a damn toy? That's fucking strange. I cannot believe you actually did that. So yeah, that was my strangest moment. Well, wildest moment anyway, I mean. Okay, question number 9 is place to see before you die. A place I would like to see before I die is Egypt. You know, not because of the sand, you know, or the tourist attractions. It's because of the stuff you see over there. You know, like the pyramids, the statues, and stuff like that. You know, that'll be a good spot. You know, and I hear it's real beautiful, real sunny. But I don't know about the dryness. But, yeah, I'll be alright. You know, I will go there before I die. Alright. Final question. Question 10. One wish. If I had one wish, I think I would wish for... I don't even know, to tell you the truth. That's a hard question. You know, I guess I wish for my son to have the best life he could have. You know, like right now, him being stage 2 autistic and all that. You know, it got to be bothering him too, not just everybody else, but it got to bother him too. You know, it's bad. You know, like, yeah, he's getting treatment and all that, but I know he gets frustrated. Like, he tries to focus, but he can't. So, my one wish would be for my son to have his best life. That would be my wish for him. Anyway, alright, time for Baby Rose's questions. Question 1. What do you think you'll be able to change through our channel? See, I would like things to change, like people's perspective on life to change. Like, there's some people that have it worse than most because, stupid stuff happens here and there and all that. And we're giving out tips, to help people do better in life and all that. Because we're not just covering just stuff about us. No, we're covering stuff about other people as well. So, yeah, that's one big change that this channel could do. Okay, alright, question 2 is where do I see myself in 10 years? I see myself in 10 years with this channel up there, being one of the most famous channels up there. That's where I see this channel. All we need to do is keep going at it, no matter what. We got to keep taking a stand. Alright, question 3. Are the viewers going to just see Jay Fisk, or are you going to show your real self? Well, Jay Fish is just a persona, but little by little, I am, getting more comfortable with it. Sooner or later, I'll tell you guys my real name if you guys really don't know it. You know, tell you more personal stuff about me and all that on a deeper level and all that. Have you guys explore my mind a little bit and all that, which I'm sure you guys will have a blast doing, because I sure as hell do. All right, question 4. Challenges for the next generation. I don't know. First, they need to get their act together. That's for sure, because the next generation is all types of fucked up. People getting pregnant early as hell, smoking, doing drugs, crazy shit like that. So their biggest challenge would be, going through it with peace, That's probably their biggest challenges. Peace, understanding, patience. Basically stuff our generation went through. We already showed that we could be patient and all that. Because nowadays, people don't even use their fucking heads anymore. And this generation needs to learn how to use their heads. Let me see. A bucket list for the channel. That when we all go down, I hope that this channel will always be remembered, and for the next generation of the Szkull-O-Maniacs take over. Something that I do. Question 6. Something I do that's weird to others. I don't even know, because there's a lot of weird shit I do. But then again, other people will see it as normal. I don't know. That's a hard question. I would have to say probably that I make weird faces out of at random times, and just be like, what the fuck is wrong with you, boy? I don't know. Well, people said that I do some weird shit, like when I'm walking around and all that, and they see me punching air, and I'm like, it's cause I'm trying to do shadow boxing, man. The fuck? Alright. Her last question. Number 7. 5 words how I would describe myself, and 5 words how others would describe me. 5 words I would describe myself would be caring, loving, funny, what else? Unhinged, and very loyal / faithful. Which is weird, right? Now, 5 words that others used to describe me. Well, in school, people used to call me a monster. Because I was I don't know, I guess I really didn't give 2 shits about people, and they didn't like it. Let me see, what else? That's number 1. Let's see. Some people would refer to me as a fucking bodyguard. What else? People would say very kind, loyal. And then the last one I would have to be respecting, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, well, that's it for the questions now. Shout out to Baby Rose and Mr. Castle. But now it's their turn to answer their questions. So we'll see how they go. But yeah, I hope this video kind of has you guys thinking about the type of person I am, to show you guys where I stand at, because to tell you the truth, I know somewhere down the line people are gonna want to know where Jay Fisk and his followers stand at. So anyway, this is it, Skullos. See you soon. Stay tuned for more Szkull-O-Maniacs.